Now, you know what we can do? It's cheating. Just drive that on in. Won't hurt a thing. See that cable right there? Right where that cable joins, we got a new hole about that big around. I know y'all can't see it, but there's Milo coming out that hole and it's running off the roof, falling right here. Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel and you are watching Triple R Farms, and it is Tuesday, November the 11th, and we're going to be harvesting Milo today. So I dove off into the Milo yesterday afternoon with my combine and cut about 5 loads. Moisture is not where we want it. It looks like we're going to have to dry the Milo at this point. So that's what we're going to be doing this morning. We got a bunch of trucks to unload and see if we can start getting this stuff dried. It was somewhere, it was like when I first started, it was somewhere around 18 to 17, and by the end of the day we were right at that 14.5 15%. So we're trying to shoot for 13.5. So we didn't hit that yesterday, and if we don't hit it today, we'll just keep running everything through the dryer till it eventually gets dry enough and we can just dump in the shed. So sit back, let us do all the work, and let's get this video started. Hope there wasn't a raccoon in there. Yes, we are still using the 1385 Farm King. This is our backup auger. The other one, the Westfield, you see it over there on the ground. So she's still hanging in there. Came back up here to the shop because James was having a little trouble with the white Volvo. It got down to 24 degrees this morning, and I think he had to get some air lines thawed out, but looks like he's got it going. He's headed up there to get loaded. We got all the grain carts loaded down with Milo, so they're going to be bringing them down here to the dryer this morning, and after we get all that dumped, then we'll be heading to the field.
hardest thing gonna be is getting that race out of there, off the shell. Leave it just like that. That's it. Now I need an Allen wrench. See if we can knock this loose.
Three-quarter.
You're right. You know what we can do? It's cheating. Just drive that on in. Won't hurt a thing. See what I'm saying?
Drive the bearing.
Drive this on in.
Is that it?
Maybe lucky. Maybe. Look at it. First one I grabbed. See it.
Drop the bolt.
Not for long.
You want to put the nuts on those so they don't fall?
That would be smart. If it gets slick. Two ways to put our bearing on. See, this is countercentric. That's where your locking collar goes. You put it on that way, nothing to grab. All right, here's the tricky part.
Attempt number 5.
All right, take it back in the middle.
Why don't you do it one at a time, put a nut on it, and we'll work our way around. Got all the bolts in, I got the nuts on the flange, but the bolt is spinning on the back side of this wall. Only way to get to it You can take this cover off right here, but we've got grain all in there, so it would all fall out. So seeing if we can pull this little cover off right here, maybe get our arm back in there.
3/4
Long, 3/4. Sometimes it's 18 minutes. But we're running it through our dryer. Got me. Didn't I? Got a new hole in it. See that cable right there? Right where that cable joins, we got a new hole about that big around. I know y'all can't see it, but there's Milo coming out that hole and it's running off the roof, falling right here. So we've ordered a brand new Westfield from H&R AgriPower, but we probably need to put a call in to see where that thing is, because the Farm King is on its last leg. Good job. Damn. Get out of here.
James, you didn't find the leak? 15-1.
15-1? That's the good stuff. What was that? Heard a loud boom. What was that?
Cat.
Huh?
Cat.
Blew out?
Yep.
Man, I heard it in my combine.
Yep. Oh, get up here. Get down off of it. Yep. Start putting air in it.
Yeah. Golly, you alright?
Yeah. Plumbing outside.
Golly. Did it scare you, Bubba?
Yeah.
Huh?
I was looking over in there too.
I heard this loud noise in my combine. Right when I cranked up my combine, I heard a boom. I thought it was something exploded on my combine, but I got out and it was nothing but a pile of dust over here, all by this 18-wheeler. Golly, that's crazy. Only thing I gotta grease is the head. I don't have to do anything to the combine. I don't remember who gave me this, but it was somebody that watches our channel, and they gave it to me a long time ago, but they gave me a whole assortment of different grease fitting little angle things, and this is a 90 degree little fitting you can add onto the end of your grease gun. I use this little thing all the time. All you do is just stick it on the end of your hose like that, and it creates a 90, and you can get in these tight spaces. They put this grease fitting in a bad spot. It was right up in there. Alright, let's see if we can get everything connected electronically. Come on, give me a combine. Got one. Got the right field. Lounsboro, field 1. Right there. Pew. Yes. Sorghum. And there we are. Every time. Which is a good thing. I'm gonna let Dad finish up on this little strip. He's working right here. I'm gonna go way over there across the field to where I left off yesterday afternoon. Before we get started, I guess I'll walk out there and we'll take a look at the Milo, and I'll tell you what variety it is and everything and what we're dealing with. So this is Carolina seed. This will be the what? I think 3rd year that I've used this company, and they have 2 varieties of Milo, and they are bred for the South specifically, and they have Launch and Launch 2.0, and I think this is Launch 2.0. I think we started with Launch 2.0 and working our way across the field, and somewhere right over there we ran out of that variety and we swapped to just Launch. So one thing we're having to deal with, because we're getting in here a little late to harvest this stuff, is this plant will keep growing and growing. Of course it's not now because we had a frost, but it will keep trying to put on seed heads like these little ones right here, and I think they're called suckers. See that? So some of the seed are mature, some of them aren't, so that's kind of making our moisture higher than it should be, because all this seed is probably the right moisture. This is the original head. All these little ones right here are still kind of green, and that's what's keeping our moisture high. But other than that, field looks really good. In my opinion, I think it's the best Milo that you can get for the South. I've been really impressed with them the last 2 years, and this will be the 3rd, and I'm impressed again because it's yielding really, really good. We only had 1 farm. That's probably not going to be good. That was just due to lack of water. It was the last one we planted. It's like 700 acres, and Anyway, it just never rained down there. So I'm not expecting a lot out of that farm. But all the rest of the Milo looks really, really good. Okay, enough of that. Let's get to combining. I don't know why I'm getting this code right here. Rotor speed low. It was doing this all yesterday, but if you look right here, this is my rotor speed, and it's staying steady. So I don't know what's going on. So I have not calibrated my yield monitor yet. I have done the moisture. I just didn't have time to do it the other day because I was just getting started in here. But going by how quick I'm filling up, I think that's pretty accurate. If anything, this time I think it's a little low because I'm filling up really fast for Milo. But now the whole field, you know, is not going to yield that. Of course, you'll have your bad spots that are going to be 50 and 60 bushels, but most of this field, since I've sprayed it all year, I kind of know how even the field is all the way across. Most of this field should be around the 100 bushel or better. Just going by how uniform the whole field is and how quick I am filling up. But hopefully I can get that calibrated today. But it's really good Milo. Sorry for the dirty windshield, but cutting Milo is pretty simple. You only got a couple of things you got to adjust as far as the head. Main thing you're adjusting is your reel. If you get your reel too low, you'll see it grab the plant and start throwing it over the back, or it'll throw it over the front. What you're trying to do is just have that reel gently go below the head, kind of just slap it back onto that belt. That's all you're wanting it to do. But when you go too low like this, watch what happens. See that? That's what you don't want. If you go too high, it won't fold them over on the belt and they'll try to roll off the header. So that's kind of what I'm working all day. Then the other thing is the speed, adjusting your speed, which my combine has the automation system on it, so it's adjusting my speed and all of my settings as I'm going, so I really don't have to do anything with that. But other than that, it is just sit in here and go back and forth, and then dump. Well guys, I think we've made it to the end of the video, but before we end it, I did get some drone footage this afternoon of us harvesting the Milo. So why don't we end the video with the drone footage. But before we do that, I just want to thank everybody for watching another video with us. We really appreciate y'all doing that. And if you want to do me two favors, subscribe to the channel. And then the last one, click that thumb, it means you like the video. That really helps out our channel when y'all do those two things. It helps our channel grow. So yeah, that's it. Thanks again. And yeah, why don't we roll the footage. See y'all, we're out.